Stephen A., I'll start with you. What does this say about the Patriot way that Brady and Gronk are leaving and then reuniting in Tampa?
No, that is no fun playing for Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, let's be clear, there's nothing else to say about the man. The man is a savant. He's a genius. He's a winner. There's no question about that. But when you talk about the Patriots way, it's not about Robert Kraft or his son. It's not about the people around Bill Belichick. It's about one man who runs his ship with an iron fist. That's really the situation. You put your head down, you do your job. It's just that simple, because that's exactly what he does. He's devoid of emotion, which Max and others have talked about on many, many occasions. Personal feelings usually don't get involved, although I would challenge anybody to tell me there wasn't something personal that went on with Malcolm Butler being benched before the Super Bowl. I'm thoroughly convinced of that. But outside of that, I don't know of any indication where Bill Belichick, to me, has failed to make what he believes to be just a pure football decision devoid of emotion. That's who he is. When Teddy Bruschi was honored and after he had ultimately retired, I think I recall him saying that the things that Bill Belichick had said about him, he wished he had heard it once when he was actually playing for the man. Whether it's Ty Law or anybody else, religiously people say the same things about Bill Belichick. He'll rave and rave and rave about you once you're gone and you're retired, but as long as you're playing for him or even playing in the league but not playing for him anymore, you're not getting that kind of love for him. If you're Gronkowski, obviously you're known for loving to have a good time. Brady's reached a point where it's 6 Super Bowl championships and 9 Super Bowl appearances, and damn, I'm still being treated like just another guy. At some point in time, individuality does take over in terms of recognition, in terms of feeling respected, and more importantly, at some point, in terms of really, really wanting to still enjoy the game that you purportedly have loved all your life. And I think that's what this comes down to. That's all it says, though. You can't say anything else about Bill Belichick other than he's the Darth Vader of football. You know, devoid of emotion, doesn't give a damn. This is what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. And damn your feelings of enjoyment or what have you. I'm about getting it done.
Yeah. That's Spock. Darth Vader had plenty of emotion, Stephen A. Come on, you got to get the science fiction right. Look, a lot of people are going to say it's the NFL no fun league, right? And especially as it relates to the Patriots. And what this means, Brady and Gronk reuniting in Tampa, is that Belichick is no fun and they weren't having fun and they wanted a pat on the back and it's been so long and wouldn't it be nice to say, oh, shucks, kid, good job and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, sure, I may have factored into it. But more than anything, the question, what does this say about the Patriot way, is Bill Belichick does not care about name brands, does not care about your feelings or what the fans want. All he's trying to do is win football games. That's it. And championships. Even taking out a really good player in the secondary in the Super Bowl, I believe could probably be explained by something like he's daring Nick Foles to beat him with his arm, right? Because he did the same thing, and this was something that I quoted from, I believe it was in USA Today after that move happened. Same thing he did on the other side when he didn't want the Bills to run all over him. He dared the Bills to run as defensive coordinator of the Giants in Super Bowl 25. Bill Belichick's about winning football games. And what that means is if you have a quarterback with a huge name brand and he's clutch and he's the GOAT, but he's much older and he's not what he once was, but he'd like to get paid like he is still what he once was. If you have that guy, you say, no, I'm not going to do that. Now, if Tom Brady were still on the Patriots, Gronk would be back on the Patriots. I don't think this is about, I got to get out of New England and have fun with Tom Brady. I think he got the itch back. He was really banged up, had a lot of concussions, a lot of bumps and bruises over the years, very physical player, needed to recharge his batteries. We've seen that before in the NFL. Then he got the itch back, not just because Tom Brady's in Tampa, but wherever Tom Brady was going to be. And if Belichick wanted to keep Tom Brady, believe me, Tom Brady would be in New England. He'd have gotten a fat contract. He didn't. That's why they're both in Tampa. The Patriot way is sober and unsentimental. That's what this says.
I disagree with you that Rob Gronkowski would have been in New England if Tom Brady was still there. He just would have come back to New England. I don't believe that to be the case. I think that, when you watched Rob Gronkowski, when he made that appearance, I forgot where it was. It was at some, I don't know whether it was at some analytics conference or some sports institute or what. I don't know what he was doing, but he was on stage and he was describing some of the things that he went through. And certainly the injuries were a part of it, Max. But he also talked about how the fun was gone, that he had lost a lot of it. It just wasn't there for him. It was so difficult for him to get up and get going. And he didn't just attribute it to physical stuff. He attributed it to mental issues as well. And so because of that, I think that the Patriot way, meaning the Bill Belichick way, did take its toll to some degree. We know that Bill Belichick respects the hell out of him, got a lot of love for him, et cetera, appreciation, that is. But that doesn't mean that the environment itself is fun-loving enough for you to feel like at some point in time, once you've won championships, is this worth it anymore?
You guys got me this time? Can you hear me? All right, perfect.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
The Patriots way is about players' choice. And when you're young and you're just starting out in your career and you're trying to find your way in this league, you're willing to be treated anyway. You allow coaches to talk to you in disrespectful ways, or you don't need the praise and the accolades that come along with being great. But I think as you get older, you start to see the game a different way. You start to be a little bit more of an individual, and you want to have fun and you want to have a say-so. You want to be able to collaborate. And that's not what Bill Belichick does. The Patriot way is not a way that was set by an organization. It's a way that was set by a man, and that's going to follow his personality. There were countless guys who I know that left New England and would tell me, yeah, man, when you walk down the hall, if you saw Bill, there was no hellos. There was no, hey, what's up? How you doing? It was, they're going to walk by you. We aren't going to speak, and we're going to talk football in the meetings. And that's the way he wants to run an organization. But what we can't do is discount the way that it works. We can't discount the success. You can't discount the championships.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.